Hi friends, welcome to Knowledge Press YouTube channel. This is the fourth episode, Idioms in English language. If you want to enrich your idioms knowledge, please subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon, leave a comment in the comment section, share my videos among your friends. Let's embark on this tutorial together. Please the eye. Definition. To be very attractive to look at. I am going to discuss example. The vibrant colors and harmonious composition of the artwork truly please the eye. Pull the wool over somebody's eyes. I am going to discuss definition now. To hide your real action or intentions from somebody by making them believe something that is not true. Example. She tried to pull the wool over her boss's eyes by fabricating an elaborate excuse for her tardiness. She looked at something through somebody's eyes. Definition. To think about or see something the way that another person sees it. Example. To truly understand the challenges of others, it is important to see the world through their eyes and empathize with their experiences. See something out of the corner of your eye. Definition. To see something by accident or not very clearly because you see it from the side of your eye and are not looking straight at it. Example. As she walked through the dimly lit room, she thought she saw a fleeting shadow out of the corner of her eye, sending a shiver down her spine. Close your eyes to something. Definitions. To pretend that you have not noticed something so that you do not have to deal with it. Example. Ignoring the issue will not make it disappear. It's time to face the truth rather than shutting your eyes to the challenges ahead. A sight for sore eyes. Definition. A person or thing that you are pleased to see. Example. After a long and exhausting journey, the cozy cabin in the mountains was a sight of sore eyes, offering a much needed refuge. Something that is very pleasant to look at. Take your eye off the ball. Definition. To stop giving your attention to what is most important. Example. The garden was something very pleasant to look at, but the captivating scenery made it hard for him to take his eye off the ball during the intense cricket match. There is more to somebody something than meets the eye. Definition. A person or thing is more complicated or interesting than you might think at first. Example. Although she appears reserved at first, there is more to Natalie than meets the eye. She is a talented artist and a passionate advocate for environmental causes. Turn a blind eye to something. Definition. To pretend or not to notice something bad that is happening so you do not have to do anything about it. Example. Despite knowing about the rule violation, the teacher decides to turn a blind eye to students' minor indiscretion, understanding that everyone deserves a second chance. Under the watchful eye of somebody. Definition. Being watched carefully by somebody. Example. The student conduct the experiment under the watchful eye of their science teacher, ensuring precision and safety throughout the process. What the eye doesn't see, the heart doesn't grieve over. Definition: if a person does not know about something that they would normally think was bad, then it cannot hurt them. I am going to discuss example now. What the eye doesn't see, the heart doesn't grieve over, as secrets concealed in the shadow often spare us from the pain of knowing. With an eye for on to the main chance. Definitions: with the help of using a particular situation in order to gain some advantage for yourself. Example: with an eye for the main chance, he navigates the intricate business landscapes, seizing every opportunity that promise success and advancement. With your eyes open. Definition: fully aware of the possible problems or result of a particular course of action. Example: he approached the challenges with his eyes open, fully aware of the risks and complexities, yet undeterred by the obstacle that lay ahead. With your eyes shut, closed. Definition: very easily without thinking about it. Example: even with her eyes shut, she could navigate through the familiar surrounding effortlessly, a testament to the deep familiarity ingrained in her memory. With an eye to something, to do something. Definition: with the intention of doing something. Example: she studied the job market with an eye to finding a position that aligned with her skill and aspirations. Get off the mark. Definitions: to start scoring in a game or sport. Example: after several failed attempts, the ambitious entrepreneur was thrilled to finally get off the mark with the successful launch of her innovative product. On the blink. Definition: no longer working correctly. Example: the old radio was on the blink again, emitting static and intermittent signal, disrupting the enjoyment of the once clear and melodious tunes. Get the knot. Definition: to be chosen for something, to be given permission or approval to do something. Example: after weeks of intense audition, the talented actress was elated to get the nod from the director, securing the lead role in the upcoming blockbuster film. Give somebody something the nod. Definition: to give permission for something, to agree to something. Example: impressed by the innovative proposal, the project manager decides to give it the nod, confident that it would bring a fresh perspective to the team's approach. A nod and a wink. Definition: used to say that a suggestion or hint will be understood without anything more being said. Example: with a nod and a wink, he conveyed a subtle message to his friends across the room, sparkling secret understanding between them. A passing nod to something. Definition: something that you do or say to acknowledge the importance or influence of something. Example: the architect incorporated modern design elements into the traditional building, giving a passing nod to contemporary aesthetic while preserving his historical charm. On the nod. Definition: if a proposal is accepted on the nod, it is accepted without any discussion. Example: despite the fatigue, the determined athletic continue running on the nod, driven by sheer willpower and the desire to cross the finish line. At in the back of your mind. Definition: if a thought is at the back of your mind, you are aware of it, but it is not what you are mainly thinking about. I am going to discuss example now. Even as he pursued a career in finance, the dream of opening a small art studio lingered at the back of his mind, a passion he never fully let go. The back of beyond. Definition: a place that is a long way from other houses and towns. Example: their cozy cottage was nestled in the back of beyond, surrounded by rolling hills and dense forest, offering a serene escape from the hustle and bustle of the city. On the back of an envelope. Definition: used to talk about planning or calculating something in a way that is not detailed, exact or complete. I'm going to discuss example now. He quickly calculated the budget for the project on the back of an envelope, relying on rough estimates to make an initial financial plan. Back to back. Definition: following one after another in a continuous series. Example: the team secures back-to-back victories in the championships, showcasing their consistent and formidable performance on the field. Back to front. Definition: if you put on a piece of clothing back to front, you make a mistake and put the back where the front should be. Example: she accidentally wore her t-shirts back to front, unaware of the amusing looks she receives until someone pointed it out with a friendly smile. Be glad to see the end back of somebody something. Definition: to be happy that you will not have to deal with or see somebody something again because you do not like them or it. Example: after enduring months of the chaos during the renovation, the homeowners were glad to see the back of the construction crew as they finally completed the project. Behind somebody's back. Definition: without somebody's knowledge or permission. Example: she discovers the gossips circulating behind her back, realizing that some colleagues were discussing her promotion without her knowledge. Break the back of something. Definition: to finish the largest or most important part of a task. Example: by completing the challenging research phase, the dedicated scientists managed to break the back of the project, paving the way for smoother progress in the subsequent stages. Cover your back. Definition: to realize that you may be blamed or criticized for something later and take actions to avoid this. Example: in the competitive business environment, it is essential to build strong professional relationships to cover your back and ensure support when faced with challenges. Get foot somebody's back up. Definitions: to annoy somebody. Example: his sarcastic comments about the team's effort managed to put everyone's back up, creating an atmosphere of tension and frustration in the workplace. Get off somebody's back. Definition: to stop annoying somebody, for example by criticizing them or asking them to do something. Example: feeling overwhelmed with constant reminders, she finally snapped and told her well-meaning friends to get off her back, needing some space to handle things on her own. Have got somebody's back. Definitions: to protect and support somebody. Example: even in the toughest times, you can count on your true friends to have your back, offering support and loyalty without hesitation. Have your back to the wall. Definitions: to be in a difficult situation in which you are forced to do something but you unable to make the choice that you would like. Example: with the mounting bills and no jobs prospects, he felt like he had his back to the wall, desperately searching for a way out of the financial crisis. Not be feel up to mark. Definitions: not to feel as well or lively as usual. Example: after a sleepless night, she found herself not up to the mark at work, struggling to focus and complete tasks with her usual efficiency. The last final straw, the straw that breaks the camel's back. Definition: the last in series of bad events that makes it impossible for you to accept a situation any longer. Example: the constant delays and excuses were frustrating, but when the company announced yet another price increase, it was the final straw that broke the camel's back, prompting many customers to switch to a competitor. Make a rod for your own back. Definitions: to do something that will cause problems for you in the future, difficulty and failure. Example: consciously giving into your child's demands may seem convenient in the short terms, but you could unknowingly make a rod for your own back by setting unrealistic expectations for the future. Off the back of something. Definition: immediately after something. Example: off the back of a successful product launch, the company experienced a surge in sales or positive customer feedback, boosting its overall market reputation. On the back of something. Definition: as a result of an achievement or a success. I am going to discuss example now. She built her entire career on the back of her exceptional leadership skill and unwavering dedication on her team. Flat on your back. Definition: in bed because you are ill. Example: after an intense workout, he found himself laying flat on his back, discouraged but satisfied with the effort he had put into his training. A pat on the back for something, for doing something. Definition: praise or approval for something that you have done well. Example: the team deserved a pat on the back of completing the challenging project ahead of the schedule, showcasing their dedication and collaborative efforts. Push something to do back of your mind. Definitions. To try to forget about something unpleasant. Example, despite the uncertain news, she tries to put it to the back of her mind, focusing on the positive aspect of the upcoming family gathering. Put your back into something. Definition. To use a lot of effort and energy on a particular task. I'm going to discuss example now. Realizing the importance of meeting the deadline, he decides to put his back into the project, working late nights and weekends to ensure its successful completion. The shriek of somebody's back. Definition. Anything that somebody has, including the things they really need themselves, that somebody else takes from them or they are willing to give. Example, he was known for his generosity, always willing to give a sheet of his back to help a friend in need. Turn your back on somebody, something. Definitions. To move so that you are standing or sitting with your back facing somebody, something. Example, despite the challenges, she couldn't bring herself to turn her back on the project she had invested so much time and effort into. Watch your back. Definitions. To protect yourself against danger. Example, in the competitive world of corporate politics, it's essential to watch your back as alliances can shift and loyalties can change unexpectedly. Like water off a duck's back. Definition. Used to say that something, especially criticism, has no effect on somebody, something. Example, despite the harsh criticism, a confident demeanor allowed the negative comments to roll off like water off a duck's back, showing resilience in the face of adversity. Fall short of the mark. Fall short of something. Definitions. To fail to reach the standard that you expect or need. I'm going to discuss example now. Despite her best effort, the final presentation fell short of the mark, missing some crucial detail that the client had expected. Be on the mark. Definitions. To be accurate or correct. I'm going to discuss example now. His analysis of the market trends proved to be on the mark, accurately predicating the shifts that influence the success of the company's strategic decision. In next video, I will take a moment to explore the colorful and fascinating world of English idioms. See you in a future video.